So yesterday we were discussing about scanner object and scanner object and reading the input through keyboard. Okay, for that we have gone through different methods. What are the methods to read different data types of values through keyboard? So for string it is next line, for integer it is next int, for decimal for float it is next float. Okay, like this there are all the methods available. But when we are using these methods, we have found an issue. What was the issue? When we are reading, like numerical data types, integer, float, or double, like this, what we find is the compiler is going to read the integer value, leaving the enter key in the buffer. So what happens is the next read statement is going to take this enter key from the buffer, and we experience it like it is skipping the next input value. It is skipping accepting the next input value. So to solve this, we can add just like after reading integer, we can add read what is that, scanner dot next line. So to consume that extra enter key, we can separately add one more scanner object dot next line. But if you follow this process in a program, you may have to add so many scanner dot next line extra reading statements. So that is not a good practice. So instead of this, what is the solution that is being followed is any type of data type value, we are going to read it as string value, like using next line. After reading, we go for conversion. Conversion means parsing. Means we parse it to integer or float according to the data type. For that, we will be using different methods available. Okay, those are integer.parseInt, integer.parseFloat, integer.parse double, parse long. Like this we are going to use. That's what we'll follow as we go on going forward. Clear everyone? This is what we have discussed yesterday. After that, I have given you one exercise to write a program. Okay, we are going to do that now. Okay, so what is the program? No, I'm asking about what program that I have given. Yes, read the student details, comma, marks of 6 subjects, 6 subjects, then calculate total marks and average marks. Calculate total marks and average marks. See, average marks. You can extend this program further, like giving the rank of the student or grade of the student, like that. But for that, you need to know some of the other control statements and all that we can extend later. For now, we are going to go ahead with import java.util.scanner class. See, you don't have to write scanner. If you write here star also, okay. Star means in java.util package, so many classes will be there. You don't know about packages. For now, I'm giving you one sentence. Package is collection of classes. Package is collection of classes. When we are discussing about packages, we'll go in detail how to import. Importing package can be done by using import keyword. I'll tell you later. Star also you can give, but we are specific in learning as of now as a beginner. So we are writing scanner. Now you can start writing your class. Class student, okay, student marks, okay, like this I have given. Okay, then public static void main string args. Okay, this is what we have. So now you can create an object for this. Student marks sm obj is equal to new. Okay, I think this is not required for now for us. Okay, we will directly go to system.out.println. So objects soon we will be using again. Okay, for scanner only I told you about object concept. Okay, what's that? So student marks calculation. Okay, so here you go. That's the program all about. Next, system.out.println, enter student personal details, something like this I have here. So what are the details that you have to enter? So it has to ask for the details. What are the details? Enter student name. Enter student name. So I want to read the name of the student. Name is equal to scanner dot. Okay, I did not define scanner. Scanner is equal to new scanner of. I'm sorry, hold on. System dot. Okay, so this is what scanner object. Then scanner dot next line. So we're going to read this. Okay, so this is for student name. After that, what else will be there? Student branch. Student branch. Student branch string branch is equal to scanner dot next line. Student, come again. Sorry, something is missing. So one place we make mistake, when we copy paste everywhere it will be gone. Next line. Okay. Okay, it's better we go to Eclipse soon. Okay, here you go now. Enter student's ID. Student ID. Let's say here you go ID. Okay, when you are using this type of variables, you don't have to go to small letter. You can go to capital letter because these are not. Otherwise, you can say identifier. What is that? Identifier. Okay, student ID or something like that. Okay, so student ID. Otherwise, to make in even better sense, student ID. Okay, scanner dot next line. Okay, these are the student details. So now let's go ahead with student marks. Enter students marks of 6 subjects. 6 subjects. So now here you go, system.out.println, enter subject 1 marks. Subject 1 marks we are going to ask. So hint marks 1. I'm sorry, int marks 1 is equal to, and I mean, otherwise you can say subject 1 marks. That is also okay. Subject 1 marks. For ID, you are giving data type as string. Student ID is string only, right? It's correct. Student ID can be combination of alphabets and integer values. It's not like 1, 2, 3. It can be like other. So student 1. Okay, I'll use student 1 marks. Okay, student 1 marks is equal to integer dot parse int of scanner dot next. Make sense? Clear, everyone? Same way, what should we do? So in future, we can avoid this much of coding when we learn about for loops. For loop or while loop, after we are learning arrays, for loop, while loop, this code can be done in just 2 lines, 3 lines. But as of now, we don't know all those. We'll proceed like this. Okay, don't compare with your friends and they are writing in short programs. Okay, we will also do that, but it will take time. Okay, enter subject 2. This is okay. Subject 2 marks. Enter subject 3 and subject 3 marks, and enter subject 4 marks and subject 5 marks. Here you go, subject 5, subject 6 marks. Here you go with 6, subject 6. So all the marks you have got. Okay, next what should you do? Yes, int total marks. Int total marks is equal to, you need to do this. Okay, I can give like this, subject 1 marks plus subject 2 marks plus subject 3 marks plus subject 4 marks plus subject 5. Yes, everything is just a copy paste. Subject 6. Sorry. Okay, it's better I'll go for road wrap. Where is wrapping here? Road wrap is already. Okay, I'll remove this so that it will be good. Subject 6 marks. Okay. So all the subjects we got into total marks. So we can print the total marks here. Okay. System dot out dot. Okay, it's not. I'll take out wrap. Okay, system dot out dot println of. What's that we need to do? Yes. Total marks of student. The value is plus total marks, right? Plus total marks. Here total marks it will display. So after this we need to find out average. No? So average can be integer or float. Average can be float. Float average marks equal to what is that? Total marks divided by how many subjects? 6 subjects. So future requirements will be like how many subjects you'll enter. So everything will be dynamic. Okay, going forward. But actually, total marks divided by 6 maybe it may be a floating point value. But actually, the calculation what you are doing is with integers, right? This is integer value. So you are trying to assign integer value to float. So type mismatching is happening. This time you need to go for typecasting. You need to go for typecasting, but you don't know what is typecasting actually. You are not aware of typecasting. See, typecasting I will be taking later, but now so it will work fine. Okay, let's see now. Here you go. What is the program? Like student marks. Save. So here you go with student marks.java file anyhow. Okay. So what are we doing? We are reading the student details, student marks, all that, and finally we are going to get this student total marks calculated and average marks calculated. Now you take the command prompt. This one only, right? Okay. So here Java C student marks dot Java. Okay, and student Java student marks. Okay. So it's saying enter student ID. Let's say STUD001 student 0. Enter student name. Some name you can enter, and enter students branch CSC. Enter 6 subjects mark. Enter mark first subject marks 87, second subject 96, third subject 79, fourth subject I'm giving 94, fifth subject 82, and sixth subject 78. Okay. So after this, total marks are 516. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not printing that. Average marks. So we have to print average marks, no? System.out.println average marks. Average marks of student is equal to average marks. Okay, this one I forgot to print. You need to write that statement of print. Okay, again I'll come back again. I don't have to compile actually, but I have to compile because I have added. Sorry. 001, enter name, Ramesh, branch CSE, 89, 78, 96, 97, and 84, 79. Okay, these are the average marks. This is been now displayed as a float value. Actually, okay, I'll give the output folder. So the same you have done, every one of you. Okay, so look at here now. See, the total marks is integer and we are doing some mathematical operation and then we are assigning it to average marks. But average marks I have considered as float. When you are taking it as float, then integer value you are assigning to float. That means it is going to perform a typecasting internally. It is going to perform typecasting. Typecasting means one data type will be converted to another data type. One data type will be converted to another data type. Understand everyone clear? I will take a separate session on this typecasting again. Okay. Online students, everyone clear? You did the same. So what is the disadvantage in this program? We are going to learn through methods. So next topic that we are going to discuss about is methods. Okay. So next, okay, typecasting, I'll tell you methods. So you know about one method that we are using since very beginning. What is the method name? Main method. Can you tell me what is the main method? Main method is called as, so the program, I mean like the class which has main method is called as entry point program. It is called as entry point program. Some people will call it as a main program or starting program, whatever it is. Okay. So generally going forward, we'll see writing multiple classes in a program. In one Java file, multiple classes will write. But out of the multiple classes, where it should start? That's what the point, right? It will always start from the program which contains main method, which contains main method. So now, what is the method? Okay, let me take up this. Save this. Okay, so here you go. Methods in Java. So can any one of you tell me what is a method? Method in Java is a block of code which performs a specific task. So there are some predefined methods. No, can you tell me what are the predefined methods that you are aware of? Yeah, what is it? That's what println. Print is going to print a statement, println is going to print a statement and go to the next line. Okay, print, you can write system.out.print, system.out.println. Print means it will not go to next line after printing. Println means ln is new line. Okay, and you know about next line, right? Next line is for reading the input which is from scanner class. So like this, a class can have multiple methods. Multiple methods can be there in a class. Okay, there are multiple. Why you need to write multiple methods? So why don't you finish everything in single method? See, when you are learning Java, always keep in mind about reusability and proper structural organization of the things. What is meant by proper structural organization of things? I will tell you. See, method is something which is going to perform a specific task in a business. I mean like business in the sense in a specific class. Imagine there is a class. What is the class? Provide personal loan. This is a class that is available. So can you identify the methods? The methods we can identify in this class are, what are the methods? Can you tell me? Collect customer details. This is one method. Collect customer details. Collecting customer data is one task or not? See, when I say method, you need to think about the tasks. Collecting customer details is one task. Task one. That is one method. Second task, verify the data. So that is another task. Next, check the eligibility. Check for loan eligibility. So loan eligibility, how they will check? Probably they will verify CIBIL score. CIBIL score, you know, right? CIBIL score means based on the transaction we are doing in the banks. Suppose If I have taken a loan in the past 5 years back, if I have been defaulted means I did not repay. I went for a settlement due to some reasons. My score will get reduced in the financial system of India. Then no one else will give me the loan further. So based on that, that's one of the parameter in checking the loan eligibility. Okay. Next, you're telling something. Coming in. Add means for what? Okay. So approval, loan approval, loan approval. Okay. So like this, there are methods. See, entire logic, collecting details, verifying data, checking for loan eligibility, loan approval, everything you can write in main method. Your program will run fine. There is no issue. But the problem is the maintenance will be difficult. You need to think about these things whenever you are learning, not only Java, any programming language. First thing is readability of the program. What is that? Readability means what? Readability by developer I am talking. As a developer point of view, readability. Readability means understand easily. Readability of the program. Should I write all those things here? Okay. So the best practices to remember while writing Java programs. While writing Java programs in a business application, something, whatever that you are going to. First one, readability. So readability means the program should, the program should be easily understandable to whom? To other developers. To other developers. Okay, they should be able to easily understand. This is the first point. Next, what about other things? Code reusability. Code reusability as code reusability. This means the code should be reused in multiple places of application without rewriting the same code again and again. Understand? This is the most important part. See, I have written a code of, look at here, in this program, the program which we have written now, where is it? In this program, I have written a logic. I have written a logic to calculate total marks and calculate average marks. This is like at line 34. For example, in your application, you are writing 300 lines. At line 256 also, you want to calculate total marks again with the different values. What are you going to do? Again, you will write the same logic there. How many times you have written the same logic? 2 times. It's not a good practice to write the similar logic again and again. No, you don't write similar logic again and again. Write once, use many times without rewriting. Without rewriting means if you write as in only in one place and if you want to reuse it, what you need to do is you need to divide your program into methods. So calculation of total marks is separate method and calculation of average marks is separate method. Anytime you wanted to execute some other place, if you want to calculate total marks, what you will do? You will call the method. You will call the method. Only one time you write, 100 times you call in your program, no problem. There is no need to write 100 times. Understand clear, everyone? Online students, are you following and able to understand? So the same logic, if I want to write once again somewhere else, then I should not be writing it once again the same manner. Instead, one time you write and use it many times. Use it many times. That's the point of best practice. Oh, okay, what's that? Here, here's okay. So the code should be reused multiple places of at multiple places of application without rewriting the same code again and again. So the code should be divided as small modules. that you call it as, that is methods. That is small pieces or small modules, whatever you say. Methods, that is method. So method is a smaller functional component of class. Any one of the smaller functional component which should be performing some functionality. Overall, your class is doing 5 different functionalities within one application. So 5 different functionalities you divide into 5 different methods. Okay, what is the other thing that you need to remember? So the code we develop, that is easy to test as individual components, okay, easy to test. See, you are a developer. You not only going to bother about development, you should also bother about the tester. Okay, in the testing phase, your code should not be difficult to test. It should be easily testable. Okay, so easy to test means the code written should be able to be tested as individual components, tested by dividing into individual components. By dividing into individual component, how they will test? They don't want to test total marks. They want to test only average marks by giving total marks, only average marks. After calculating total marks, actually average will be calculated. I don't want to calculate total marks while testing average. Directly for average marks, I'll supply total marks. It should give me the correct result. That's parameters concept we'll get to know going forward. So this all is possible only when you are going to write it as individual separate components. Suppose if I want to, in the current program which I have written, if I want to test average marks, what should I do? I have to come from beginning total marks. After that only average marks can be tested. Independently, I cannot test it now. So independently, if you want to test, it should be an individual component. How you will make it as individual component? You divide that logic into a method. So only that method can be utilized, that method can be tested. Understand clear, everyone? So in scanner class, we have so many methods available, but all methods we are not executing in our program, right? Scanner is a class. There are multiple methods available in scanner class. So out of which we are using only by creating the scanner object, we are using a few methods like next line, what is that? Next int, like this. But even there are so many methods available. So if they have written all the logic, next line, next int, next string, if they combine and write, what would happen? There is no separate method like next line. There is no separate method like next int. But next line feature, next int feature, they have written within a class in a single method. What could be the problem? You cannot read individually integer and string. All the time you have to go through all the time you have to go through all the methods. That's the advantage. If you are going to divide into methods, out of 10 functionalities, I want to use only one functionality. Will I be able to use or not? I will create an object for that class. Only the specific functionality which I want, I can call, I can use it. Following everyone clear? Every one of you, are you clear? Online students, you should respond. Okay, when you respond only, I'll be able to understand whether you are following or not, and how to proceed further. Everyone else should respond on the charting window. Okay, no doubt. Okay, so easy to test your code should be. So to achieve all the above, okay, so proper structural organization, organization means your code should be divided, proper structural organization. This is code reusability in place without rewriting. Okay, your code should be divided into smaller functional components called as methods. So that's the way you need to follow. Always it should be proper structural organization. So for that reason, methods came into picture. For that reason, methods came into picture. Anyhow, main method is an entry point. But after that, for each different functionality, you have to come up with a different method. You pass the parameters. If I take out one method separately, I should be able to test it without any issues. Without any issues. Testers should be able to test separate components, unit testing. They should be able to integratively test all together. Okay, testers should be able to test separately and integratedly. Separately, how do you make it possible? So the program which I have written, integratedly they can test everything. But if they want to test total marks separately, calculation of total marks, if they want to test the calculation of what is the other one, this one separately, then they cannot test it now. So we have to divide them into different methods that we will be doing in the future. Everyone clear? So there are two types of methods available. Okay, there are many types. Okay, different types of methods are available. There are different types of methods available in Java. Can you tell me what are those? First one, static methods. Second one, what is the other one? Obviously non-static methods. Third one, this is by static keyword. This is by static keyword. Next, parameters concept. Parameterized methods. Method with parameters. That's what I'll write down like this. Method with parameters. Method without parameters. Method without parameters. Non-parameterized methods. Non-parameterized method without parameters. I'll tell you what is parameter. Okay, non-parameterized methods. What else are there? Constructors. What else? Constructors. And again, constructors also constructor with parameters, constructor without parameters. Okay, constructor overloading, constructor chaining, those are different. High level I am writing here. And getter and setter methods. What are those? Getter and setter methods. Like this, we have so many methods available. Okay, different types we can call. So we are going to learn to understand. First, we will get the basic idea and understanding of the methods. What is a static method? What is a non-static method? When static method will get executed? When non-static method will get executed? How do you call a static method? How do you call a non-static method? All this we are going to learn. This concept again is related to static variables, non-static variables. In the same way, static objects, non-static object is also possible. Static objects, non-static object. Okay, like this. For everything you can have static and non-static. Interview point of view also they're going to ask. So how do you define method? Declaration of method. Okay, so syntax of declaring a method. Syntax of declaration of method. How do you declare a method? First, return type. Okay, otherwise, okay, identifier, access specifier, that is optional. Return type, what is that? Return type, I'll write down like this so that it will be clear. Access specifier, public int, method name, what is that? Method name, open brace, close brace. Okay, parameter 1, parameter 2, and so on. Okay, so here access specifier is optional, return type is optional, and parameters are also optional. A method may have parameters or may not have parameters. Okay, so here again we have parameterized methods and all, right? Here we can say method with return type, method without return type, method with return type, method without return type. Methods Am I audible now? You can respond now. Now again I am asking, am I audible? Okay, thank you for confirming. Whenever if there is any audio issue, just let me know immediately. Okay, so these are the further things that we are going to look at, understand. You know about static and non-static variables, right? Static method. Okay, so tell me what is static. Already we discussed about this. What is static means? Which is something, a shared component which does not belong to object. Does not belong to object, which means it's not object specific. It is common for every object. So static methods are, these methods are called, are loaded. Okay, these methods memory will be in the class, not in the object, not in the object. These methods memory is in class, not in the object. These are class methods, not object methods, not object methods. A static method can be declared as, static method can be declared using static keyword, using static keyword. See here. So you'll do like this. Public, already we are doing public static void main, we are doing same way. So public, or that is okay, that is static keyword should be there, and method name and parameters. Okay, like static calculate loan premium, calculate loan premium. This is a static method. This is a static method. I'll tell you what is it. This is a static method. See, usually static methods are some sort of what do you call, utility methods. I'll tell you. See, calculating loan premium is pretty much generic, irrespective of the customer, irrespective of the object, loan object. So whatever the loan type that you're going with, loan premium calculation, loan amount calculation, loan processing fees, loan processing fees calculation is a generic logic that doesn't depend on any of the objects. It's not related to any object. You don't have to calculate loan fees for object 1, object 2, object 3. It is not different for any object. If you're taking a personal loan, 100 objects are created, means 100 persons you are providing loan, method will be same. It's not different, or it's not specific to any object. If a method is not specific or not dependent on object related, if it's not object specific, then you are going to create it as a static method. Then you are going to create this as a static method. Understand? Clear? Everyone clear? Suppose I want to generate a student ID. A student is going to enroll. I want to use one function for generating random ID. Okay, that logic I'll write. Generating student ID, does it depend on any of the student objects? Is it depend on student object? I'm creating student. Every student, when he is going to enroll, I'll create object for the student. So generate student ID, I'm writing some logic for that. So is this logic depend on any student object? Is it object specific? Should I specifically generate one type of object for student 1, another type of ID for student 2, another type of ID for student 3? The logic of generating it is a sequential manner you generate. This logic is same for every student. Same for every student. Suppose if you wanted to check the calculation for a student, now it depends on the state of the object. Suppose student object dot let's say marks, I mean like marks in previous year, otherwise percentage in previous years, 90 plus. You will calculate the fees differently by providing discount or not. So calculating the total fees to be paid, you may give discount or you may not give discount. Based on the student, in the student object, you have something called as whatever the total marks that he has got in the previous year. Based on that, this year fees you want to calculate. This is specific to the object. For every student, you will not get the same fees. From student to student, it may change, it may vary. Okay, like this, if anything is pretty much generic across entire project, then that is going to be static method. If it is depending on object, then if it depends on object, so static method, how do you call? Static methods can be called, can be called directly directly or by using class name dot method name. Class name dot method name. So you can call, it depends on where you are calling. Directly you are calling or by using class name. Okay, non-static method to static method. How do you call? You will not call directly. Static method to static method, call directly. Okay, that and always. So next one, non-static methods. What is that? Non-static method. A non-static method is something so where this method is object specific. This method is object specific. So this method can be called, can be declared as shown below. Okay, that is this method can be declared without static keyword. Without static keyword as shown below. That is method name. That's it. Okay, method name, method body here. Method body. In the same way here also method name and method body will be there inside. Understand clear everyone? So this is non-static method. This is non-static method. So non-static methods can be called by using object reference. As shown below. As shown below. How do you call it? Object dot method name. Object dot method name. If you want to call non-static methods, you are going to use object dot method name. Everyone clear? Okay. So in a class you can have static and non-static methods. Let's see an example. Let's go with an example. How these are getting executed and all I will show you. Okay, look at here. So static. Okay. I'm not going to write any functionality, but I am trying to explain. Class static methods example. Class static methods example. I'll take it as Java language. So you know, right? Public static void main. This is a main method. You're going to write something inside this. See, other extra methods you are writing, right? Now you're going to write some extra methods. Extra methods you may write above the main method or below the main method. That is up to you. Where do you want to write is up to you. But usually everyone will follow to write the extra methods at the top level. At the top level. Bottom level also you can write your wish. You want to write bottom or up. But always everyone will write all the methods they will write at the beginning. Finally, at the very bottom, they will write main method. If you want to read to understand the program overall, first you need to go to main method, and from that, what is being called, you have to verify. Look at here now. So I'll say void. Okay, static method. No? Static void. What is this? Static method. Okay, static method. So here I'm writing one static method. Okay, system dot out dot println I am static method in main class. This is static method in the main class, just for our ease of understanding. And here you go now. Okay, I'm not using any static keyword. Without static keyword, this is going to be non-static method. System I am non-static method in the main class. So now whenever you are going to execute this program, where it will start, the execution, where it will begin, at which line? 11th line, because always execution begins from main method. So in the main method I want to call the other methods. So here I am not going to use any class name. Why I am not going to use any class name? I'll tell you. All the methods are in the same class. No, when all the methods are in the same class, you don't have to use any class name. Just directly I'll do. Look at here, static method. First I'm doing what? Static method. I'm calling static method here. So I am directly going to write the same way non-static method. Let's experience first and then see what to be corrected. Okay, static methods example. Okay, save. Okay, just I am writing like this, we will see. Java C static methods example dot Java. Look at here now. See what it says. Static method, is there any issue? A non-static method cannot be referenced from static content. This is what I want to tell you. Main method, you see, we don't have knowledge previously, but we are writing it since very beginning. Main method, we are writing from the beginning as static method. Main method is static method. In a static method, I am trying to call non-static method. Is it possible? It says it is not possible. So how do you call non-static method? Look at here. It will give you the solution also. Cannot be referenced from a stat. Oh, it is not giving anything. Okay, it is just saying that, okay, you cannot call non-static into static directly. Then how can I call it? How can I call it? So static method examples. Okay, object one is equal to new static method examples. So I've created object. Now what should I do? Object one dot non-static. Object one dot non-static. Okay, I'm going to compile the program now. So everything good. So I'm going to run the program now. I mean, like, running means I am static method in main class. I am non-static method in main class. So here, whenever you wanted to call a static method within another static method, directly call it when they belong to same class. When they belong to same class. Another class means, see, if it is okay, we'll come across going forward writing multiple classes also. Otherwise, we can see on example writing multiple classes. No problem. Imagine the static method is in some other class. Then how do you work out? Some other class means how do you call? For other class, you create object and then do it. For static, you do not use object. No. Then how do you call? Directly you cannot call because it is not related to this class. Then you need to use class name. That's why I have written two ways. Static method you can call directly. Static method you can call by using class name. I'll go back and write down once again. Look at here. Directly. Directly means when the calling and called methods are in same class. Called methods are in same class. Then you don't need any class name. When this one, you tell me, when calling and call methods are in different classes. Different classes. Why different classes? Why so many classes? We will come across. Okay. This is clear, everyone? So can I call a static method from okay, can I call a non-static method into static method directly? Directly. Non-static, static to non-static. First one. I'm writing here. Okay. So first one. Can we call? Okay, otherwise I'll write it. We can call static, okay, non-static method. Non-static method into static method. How? With the object reference. With object reference. Okay. So we can call static method into static method directly or by class name as reference. That's why static methods memory is in class. That's why you use class name directly. Can I call a non-static method into another non-static method directly? We can call non-static method into another non-static method directly when both the methods are in same class. If in different classes, then call by using object. Okay, static to static, class name. Non-static to static, object. Non-static to non-static also, somehow it is object, we say. Okay. Any other combination is pending? Non-static to static, non-static, non-static to static, static to non-static. Okay. We can call static method into non-static method. That is pending, no? Non-static method by using what? Directly or class name? Non-static method, we can call static method into non-static method. Static to non-static. Did I write that? Static method into static method. Non-static I did not write. By directly or by using class name. Yes or no? So I can take this point here. Okay. Control Z. Look at here. Non-static method into static method calling. Non-static method to another non-static method. Static method to static method. Static method to non-static method. These are the ways we will see now. We'll experience to see that. See here, we are calling one non-static method into static method. We are calling static method into static method. These two we have seen anyhow. So now we can also call this one. I'll remove this. I'll remove this here. Okay. So main method is calling non-static method. In the non-static method, I want to call static method. In the non-static method, I want to call static method. Let's experience this now. Should I write second program or same program modification is enough? You want me to write another one? Okay. So in that case, what I am going to do is I will write down, this is calling, what is that? Static and non-static method into static method, This is the one, static method example. Okay. I will copy this code, static method example 1. Static methods example 1. Here, what are we going to do is, we are going to call this static method into non-static. So calling static method, calling non-static method into static method. What is the other one? Static method into, no, not static, into non-static method. Non-static method. So how do you call? See this point you see here. I am calling non-static method into static method, by object reference. That is over. When control goes here, I want to call static method. How do you call static method? We'll be calling like this. Understand clear? So non-static into static, again static into non-static. Let's try to experience this, how it works. Okay. Hold on. Static method example 1. So you need to know. So generally in interviews, they will ask you, I'm covering this for the interview point of view. So they will ask you in interviews, can I call a static method into non-static method directly? They will ask, can I call a non-static method into static method directly? If I can call, how can I call? You need to tell, yes, it is possible by using object reference. Non-static to static means object reference. Okay. So Java C student example 1.java. Now, so Java student example 1. Sorry, static methods example 1. Here you go. So I am non-static method in main class. Oh, what's happening? I am non-static method in main class. Oh, student. Static methods example 1. I am non-static method in main class. After that, I'm calling static method, right? This is not being called or what? Let's see once. Starting example. It's not getting called. I am non-static method in main class. It should be called, right? Why it's not going? So first it is being called object1 dot non-static method. It will go here. It will print the data. It should call, obviously, static method. It should call. Then the method call should go here. Give me 1 minute. I'll have to review this. I am non-static method in main class. That is okay. Main class, it will come here. The control will create an object and it will call non-static method. Then it can even call the static method, right? There is something wrong. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Why static method is not getting called? Static method. I did not even done any spelling mistake. It is not even throwing error message, right?
You're not calling the static method in the main method.
That's okay. But I'm trying to call from another one method to another method you can generally call. That's what I'm already I have shown you calling this method into main method. So here the program will start. It will go here. Object1 class name. What's object1 class? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Static method is
Okay.
you're not calling.
Got it. So the class name I did not change, right? Okay. Thank you. You're right. Yeah, this is what. So I forgot to change the class name while creating the object. Okay. So here whenever the main method is being executed, it is going to first call the non-static method by using object. In turn, non-static method is again calling static method. Directly it is calling. So it is able to call directly because both are in same class. Suppose both are in different classes, then look at here now. Just for your information, let's say class. What is the name I can give? Okay. This is class. Let's say simply ABC. I'll give. What is that? ABC. Otherwise, testing class. I'm doing testing class simply. I'm going to replace this method here. Static void. So 2 classes I'm writing. How many classes? 2 classes. Testing class is going to have static method. Now I am trying to call static method of testing class. Directly it is not possible to call. Now previously from a non-static method also I'm able to call the static method directly because both are in same class. Now it is not possible to call directly. What's the reason it is not possible to call? They are in different classes. It will verify static method is available in the same class or not. If available, it will execute. It is not available. Let's test it now. Now, when you have multiple classes, with main class name only, your file should be saved. Your file should be saved with main class name. Okay, main method wherever you write that class name only, your Java file name. Understand? Okay, but anyhow, this is a separate topic. Just I'm trying to tell you by exploring. Okay, it is saying that cannot find symbol static method. That means it is searching for static method within the class. Now I am little bit changing this. What am I doing? Testing dot static method. That's what I have given. So this time it is not throwing any error. This is the point I just wanted to confirm you finally. You're calling any method to any method of same class. Okay, generally static method, if you're calling within same class, directly you call. Okay, non-static method you are calling in non-static method, directly you call within same class only. We'll talk first. Non-static to static you are calling, you need object. Okay, so shall I rewrite this statements? So calling static to non-static and vice versa, that's what we are going to discuss. So within same class, I'll write down within same class, how it will work. Okay, we can call non-static method into static method with object reference. Even though in same class, non-static to static, object reference is must. We can call non-static method into another non-static method directly. This statement I don't have to write because I have already written here. Within same class, I have already written here. We can call static method into another static method directly when both are in same class. We can call static method into non-static method also directly when both are in same class. Understand clear everyone? Now the same statements we will rewrite. I'm sorry. We'll rewrite these statements now. What's going on? We'll rewrite these statements. Calling static method to other method when both are in different classes. When the methods are in different classes. Methods are in different classes. So now you just think about it and tell me. So we can call non-static method of, I'll write down here, class A into static method of class B with object reference. Clear everyone? With object, you must need object reference. So we can call non-static method of class A into another non-static method of class B. How do you call? How do you call? Non-static? Non-static. Non-static means always it is object reference with object reference. Object reference, like obj dot method name. Obj dot method name. Understand clear everyone? We can call static method of class A into static method of class B. Class B with the class name as reference. Class name as reference, like class name dot static method name. Static method name. You will be right. Understand? Next, what else is there? We can call what's the last one? Static method of class A into non-static method of class B. How do you call? Huh? Static method into non-static method. Why do you need object? What is that? Class name. So these are the combinations that you need to remember. Understand clear everyone? These are the combinations that you need to remember. Every one of you clear, online students? I am not able to. Okay, this is what, just you try to experience which one can be called where. Okay, so next I'm going to explain you about, okay, parameterized methods with parameters, without parameters, and return statement. Once we are done with that, we will rewrite our program. Okay, so I have to tell you the concept of parameters. Shall we continue for some time, or we will continue tomorrow? Tomorrow only, yeah? Why? You are getting confused or what? So there is no confusion. If you are writing many programs slowly, and if you make a note, then you will be able to understand easily. Okay, don't get confused yourself taking all at a time. Okay, slowly. First to take only one class. Static to non-static, non-static to non-static, static to, like that you can write. Okay, you can write the program with 4 methods. Static method 1, static method 2, non-static 1. Okay, static 1 you write, non-static 2 you write. Anyhow, main method is static. Okay, test it. Okay, just write down. Create a program with two static and two non-static methods. With two static and two non-static methods, and explore calling the methods from one another. Explore calling the methods from one another. Write all these methods in single class. Write all these methods in single class. So everyone clear, right? Online students, write all these methods in single class. See, it's very simple. Static, if you hear, you should get the class name into mind. Non-static, if you hear, you should get object. Okay. Write all these methods in single class and write down this combination: static to static, static to non-static, static in static, static in static, static in non-static, non-static in static, non-static in static, non-static in non-static. Non-static method to non-static method, do you need any object reference? When these are in single class, same class. Same class means directly you can call, no problem. So that is also important to know about. Okay. Same way you do it with two classes. Okay, same as above, explore the behavior with two classes. Next requirement is second requirement. Same as above requirement, but explore with two classes. So in one class, you create static plus non-static. Okay, class one, static plus non-static. Main class, non-static plus static. Again, here also, main method is anyhow static method, no? One non-static method additional. In main class, non-static and static. There also non-static, static. Here also non-static, static. Then explore calling. So non-static you call in here. Again static you call here. And non-static into static, static into static, like that. So everywhere you write the print statement as I am static method of main class and static method of service class. Those will other classes will be called as service classes. Many people are saying like subclasses, but that is wrong understanding. Subclass will come into picture when you deal with inheritance. So I have written two classes now here. Many people, I have seen many people are teaching on YouTube this name. I mean, like they're calling this as subclass. This as a main class, they're calling this as subclass. No, this is service class. It provides some service to the main class separately. Subclass means you will come into picture subclass when you deal with inheritance concept. Inheritance, parent class or super class, subclasses are child classes. That time child class you call it as subclass. These are not subclasses. These are service class. One more point let me cover and tell you. See here. I mean like just for your information. See, I have compiled now this static methods example 1, right? So static method examples 1. Static method examples 1 class file got created. And you see testing class file also created. Means when you compile a Java file which has one main class, one class file will be created. When you compile a Java file which has two classes, main class plus service class, how many class files will get created? For each class, separate class file will be created. If it has 10 classes, then 10 class files will be created. Understand clear, everyone? So that's how it will create the class files. Okay, you might be thinking like or wondering like it will create only one class file. No, it will create how many class files? Two class files. Just like that, they may ask you in interview, I have a Java file with 10 classes along with one main class. So when I compile it, how many class files will get created? How many will be created? 10 will be created. Main class related one file and all other service classes remaining files. Okay, that's how compiler is going to. And tomorrow I'm going to tell you about the concept of parameters and then we'll start working on it. Okay, fine, you can wind up for today. I'll share this document. Thank you.